The reason all crimes are thoroughly investigated is so that we can find out every single answer that we can. But even at times, the evidence can be completely null and void and nearly impossible to analyze. This seemed to be the case after the notorious death of Amber Hagerman in 1996. After being snatched off her bike in the parking lot of an abandoned grocery store, witness Jim Kevill called the cops after seeing the incident happen from his backyard. Amber was pronounced missing until 4 days later when her body was found in a creek by a man walking his dog. To put events like this at lower risk, Amber Alert was made to protect kids from child abduction. Even after much investigation and research in the case, Amber's killer has yet to be found. Amber's killer was not the only person to get away with such cruelty. The original Night Stalker is responsible for more than 50 rapes and 10 killings in Southern California. The first victims were a couple in Goleta City who were found shot dead in their house in December of 1979. The last reported murder was in 1986 when 18-year-old Janelle Cruz was found dead in her home. Autopsy reports say she was killed with a blunt object. The last time the original Night Stalker was heard from was in 1991 after one of the surviving victims was left with a message on her answering machine. After this phone call, the suspect was never heard from again. On February 9, 2004, in Haverhill, New Hampshire, 21-year-old Mura Murray disappeared after getting in a car wreck. Her car was found, but she wasn't. Hours before her disappearance, Murray had emailed to professors at the university she attended that she had to take a week off due to a family emergency. However, her family claims that there was never an emergency to begin with. 8 years later, a video was uploaded to YouTube by user 112dirtbag called Happy Anniversary and is believed to be connected with her disappearance. Till this day, Mura Murray is still missing. The Zodiac Killer is probably the most infamous person to get away with murder. The killer became active in July of 1969 and murdered a cab driver in October of that same year. The killer then began sending tantalizing letters to the newspapers and claimed to have killed more than 25 people, but only about 5 have been confirmed so far. Much investigation concluded that Arthur Leigh Allen may possibly have been the killer, but not enough evidence was able to back that up for sure. Many years later, the Zodiac Killer case still remains open.
That was the voice of a man who called himself the Zodiac Killer. He's talking to attorney Melvin.
D.B. Cooper was the alias given to a man who hijacked a plane in November of 1971. Cooper held the plane hostage for a ransom of $200,000. When he was given the money, he parachuted off the plane and was never heard or seen since. The FBI interviewed a number of witnesses from the plane and many sketches of him were created. While Cooper himself is missing, there actually is a portion of the ransom money that has been found. Approximately $5,800 was found in a sandy riverbank by an 8-year-old boy when he was building a campfire. While much physical evidence has been found in the case, D.B. Cooper's whereabouts are still a mystery.
This bizarre
Thank you so much
situation
for
began at
watching.
2 o'clock
Press
this
the button
morning
on
when
your
the
left for
so-called
more.
Zodiac telephone
To make
police
these
headquarters.
videos better,
He said
I'm
he
going to
was
spend
sick,
this
he needed help, and he wanted
$200,000
to
I
talk
found
to
in better
Belli on
equipment.
television. All the scheduled guests were canceled from the show on the ABC station KGO. Belli waited for Zodiac to call on the private line. The phone was not tapped.